Yo, 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 what is up, everybody? I'm back breaking down this baseball slate we got going on. So, 15 games. 15 games again today. And I like a lot of the matchups. Let's see. We got Detroit and Boston starting at 10 o'clock. So, all the games... the last 5 games, I believe, are the ones that drop off on the main. So the main is actually all early games today. It doesn't include the late games, if I'm not mistaken. Let's check this out. Yeah, so the last game on the main is the Cincy-St. Louis game. It's 9 games, actually, 9 games. So it's Oakland, Texas, LA, Seattle, Cleveland, San Francisco, and then the Sunday night game are all dropped off of that main slate. So I'm not going to play much of that main slate today. But what about yesterday, man? What did we say? So let's do a quick recap. By the way, I took first in my first GPP of the year. Took second in another. Great day for me yesterday. Philly stack. We set a cheap Philly stack. What did it best stack of the night, in fact. Best stack of the night. Howie Kendrick, 40 points. Michael Saunders, 40 points. Odubel Herrera, Michael Franco, right? Philly stack, cheap. Chad Kuhl finished with 30 points. That's almost 5x value. Perfect for a pitcher. Didn't do bad. Danny Duffy again came through. 44 points, I believe, yesterday. I'm telling you, man, pitching, that's my thing, man. Pitching is my thing. I think I've got that figured out. I hope so, at least. Who else did I have that absolutely destroyed yesterday? I'm telling you guys, I'm gonna give you a forewarning right now. Giancarlo Stanton and Gregory Polanco, man, absolutely seeing the ball right now. Absolutely. Giancarlo Stanton got 3 singles and a walk yesterday. Anybody that watches baseball knows Giancarlo is not a singles hitter. That home run is coming. I promise you it's coming. Let's see. Where are we at? We had... JT Realmuto, what did we say yesterday? So cheap, 2,600. Finished with 25 points. Giancarlo Stanton got 15. Chris Bryant was another play. I said I was all over that. I liked that play as a one-off. Hi, Callie. 28 points for him. Gregory Polanco had 30 points yesterday. Michael Saunders had 34, I'm sorry. Not 30, or not 40. But so, yeah, dude, that won for the first time on MLB last night. Hey, well, there we go. Hey. So, yeah, man, I'm telling you. Trust the Phenom with the baseball. I promise you guys will lead you in the right direction. Josh took home $500 last night on $29 entry. So, you're in good hands here, I promise you. Let's zoom in a little bit so you guys can see this. All right. Hey. Come here. Come here. Callie. Come here. Come here. Come here. Hi, Riley. Hi. Hi. Oh, let me get the chat back up. That dropped. Why did this drop? Where's that chat at? No. There it is. We're back. We're back. Hi, Coda. All right, so these lineups are both confirmed. We have Rick Porcello on the hill for the Red Sox and Daniel Norris on the hill for the Tigers. Red Sox can eat up left-handed pitching, man. Mookie Betts is back in the lineup. Look at that ISO, over 200 versus lefties. Hard contact, 32%. Mookie Betts, 355 WOBA, 348 on the road. Now, here's a guy I really like, man. He had a bad year 2 years ago in Arizona. The past 2 years, his WOBA versus lefties is amazing. Fly ball percentage, almost 50%. Right, an ISO 176. I remember, this is a 3-year average. So, take into consideration, this number over the last 2 years is much higher, man. Chris Young Batting cleanup, great play today. Don't be surprised if he hits a home run off Daniel Norris. We just became family friendly with the addition of Kyle's dog. Wish it was my dog. I'm at my parents' house this weekend. So I like the Red Sox versus left-handed lineup. On the Tigers side, there's really not much I'm attacking here. If I have to look for a one-off, it's going to be Victor Martinez batting cleanup. But there's plenty of other catchers I think I can punt. Hey. Yeah, I'm not on Upton. I'm not on Cabrera. Hi, Kaya. Not on Castellanos. Hi. What is up, everybody? I see people piling in. All right, Toronto and Tampa. Again, there's really not much of these early games I'm in love with. The only reason I'm playing the all day is these late games, man. All the games starting with Oakland on are the games I'm really targeting. Hi. Chicago, Milwaukee's in play for me. But so Toronto, Tampa, you got Odorizzi versus Marco Estrada. Marco Estrada is a good pitcher, guys. And he's under 8K on FanDuel. Marco Estrada is a good pitcher. I like that play today against Tampa. I think you can target that. Devon Travis, not really on him. He does hit righties pretty well, though. I think you... The one thing I like about Odorizzi is, look, he's a reverse split pitcher again. Struggles versus right-handed bats. Look at this. This is WOBA versus righties of 332, and he doesn't strike out right-handed bats at all. So much lower than lefties. He strikes out lefties at a rate of 10 per 9, righties at a rate of 7. Donaldson and Batista in play today. I don't like Morales versus right-handed pitching. He doesn't hit right-handed pitching nearly as well as he does left-hand. So I'm not on there. Tulo finally got a home run. You can look there. Damn it. Fuck's this ball work? On the Tampa side, I'm not attacking Marco Estrada. Like I said, I think he's a great pitcher. No Sandy Leon love. Nah, I'm not on Sandy Leon. Not really. I like other catchers. So, yeah, from this Tampa side, I'm really not on anyone here. I just don't like going against Marco Estrada. I think he's a good pitcher. So, I think you can roster him safely. He is prone to the home run. So, I guess you can look at Longoria as a one-off, but there's no way I'm stacking a Tampa Bay lineup. New York and Baltimore. Wade Miley's atrocious. He's terrible. Awful. Bad. Terrible pitcher. April WOBA of 351. Home WOBA of 333. Right-handed WOBA of 340. I love Matt Holliday. Gary Sanchez is out. He would have taken Miley yard. Look at Aaron Judge and look at Chris Carter. Chris Carter batting cleanup. 264 ISO versus left-handed bats. 50% fly ball rate. 40% hard contact. 351 WOBA, and a home run every 13.8 at bats. Fucking Mike. Chris Carter, man, it's gonna be a pure punt play, I promise you, because he's gonna strike out or he's gonna hit a home run. If he hits a home run, he crushes value. Gives you so much room to pay up elsewhere. So Chris Young too, but Chris Carter. Great punt play today. I like him. Matt Holliday again hit a home run yesterday, and Aaron Judge. You could make a Yankees stack here with 2, 3, 4, realistically. You can even throw in Starlin Castro if you really want to. So, why is Aaron Judge here twice? That's not right. Let me grab the correct lineup. That is not. By the way, let me guys know, are you guys playing the main today, or are you going to play the all day? And Castro, are you talking about Starlin Castro? If so, I do like Starlin Castro a little bit. He's not my favorite, but I can see him in that stack if you want to do it. Where is this lineup at? Angels lineup just came out, so I'll update that. Starlin Castro, yeah, I can see it. I'm not opposed to it. Again, Wade Miley's awful, man. You can stack the Yankees today. On the reverse, the Oriole bats, you can make a small stack here too. Oriole bats hit CC well. Adam Jones, great career numbers for CC Sabathia. Good WOBA numbers against righties, against lefties. Good WOBA at home. So there's a lot to like about Adam Jones. Manny Machado, absolutely. Good WOBA numbers at home and versus lefties. Mark Trumbo, not on Trumbo. Not on Trumbo. We talk about him having reverse splits. He doesn't hit lefties well. Destroys righties. Not on Trumbo. Mancini's a guy that has power, though. You can punt that as well. Mancini is a guy that has some power, so watch that. He's going to be DHing today. I'm not on Chris Davis at all. Chris Davis not going to – I don't think he does well today. And then if you really want to punt a catcher as well, Caleb Joseph is in play. Not rostering either of these pitchers. Washington and Philly. Steven Strasburg, 100% in play, but he's expensive. I'm not going to pay up there. I have other pitchers that I like for cheaper, but he's going to do well today. Vikings fan asks, Kyle, I'm new to MLB. I don't know if this is right, but should I only put guys in my lineup that bat from leadoff to cleanup? No. I know that some shows, or not shows, some people stress that you bat 1 through 4. You got to play the matchups, really. So you got to look at numbers, right? So again, for those of you that are new to baseball, WOBA. These two numbers right here, WOBA, and for the pitchers of this column, there is not a more relevant DFS stat. I'm telling you, WOBA. How WOBA works, for those of you not familiar with it, is it is a weighted on-base average. A walk scores is 0.7. A single is 0.9. A double is 1.2. A triple is 1.5. And a home run is 2. Right? Just like you would weight any average, a home run is weighted at 2, a single is 0.9, almost twice as much, right? Just like in DFS, a single is weighted at 3, a home run is 12. So, I say it's relevant because in DFS, the more bases you get, the more you score. Same with WOBA. Average is 320. Anything over 320 is considered above average. Look at Bryce Harper. By the way, 400 is excellent. There is not a higher threshold than 400. Once you hit 400, anything above there is excellent. There's no other category. Bryce Harper's at 397 WOBA versus right-handed bats. Crazy. His ISO is 240. Anything above 200, I love. So you factor in Bryce Harper, 240 ISO. That's isolated power. It's pure extra base hits. Higher the WOBA, the better. Yes, higher the WOBA, the better. For pitchers, lower the WOBA. So you'll notice here, Steven Strasburg, 272 is in green, right? The lower the WOBA for pitchers is better. Hi, Riley. And so I look here, Jeremy Hellickson, right? Versus left-handed bats, 318 WOBA. That's right at average. But then you look at Bryce Harper versus right-handed pitching, 397. Bryce Harper's in a great spot today. Great spot. I'll have some Bryce Harper. Okay, so when you look at these stats, I really don't care about average. I really don't. I could care less about average because DFS is not built on average. It is a home run or nothing game. If you look at the winning lineups, the guys that win have guys that hit home runs. I promise you. So that is where you need to target. For example, my GPP lineup that won last night in the late slate, Mitch Haniger, 2K, hit a home run. Mike Trout, home run. Yunel Escobar, punt, hit a home run. Someone else, no, I don't think anyone else hit a home run in the late. I had Zanino, another punt. He didn't hit a home run, but that dude's a home run or nothing guy. So when I talk about home runs, WOBA is home runs, right? WOBA and ISO. The higher the number, the more. Yeah, told you, dude. St. Louis, that was a good stack yesterday. Absolutely killed it. Diaz hit 2 home runs. Again, Look at that. Diaz, 2 home runs. He was in the winning all day lineup. It's no surprise. All right. Now we got through that. You can play anyone in the lineup. You don't have to limit it to 1 to 4. And I'll show you some examples because I'm on some 7th place hitters today. Adam Eaton with no Trey Turner. Adam Eaton's a good play today. Has a high WOBA. He had a home run yesterday. Adam Eaton's not a home run hitter. Don't roster him for the home run, but you want to get him on base. Potential steal. I never target steals, but the potential is there. And then you have Rendon, Harper, and Murphy behind him. Love that. And then even Adam Lind is a punt today at batting 5th in this lineup. Adam Lind has power. So give me Bryce Harper. Daniel Murphy will be in a couple lines. I can see some Rendon. Not the highest on him. On the Philly side, I'm not touching anyone. Okay. Not on Philly. Not against Steven Strasburg, so no thank you on that one. Atlanta, Pittsburgh. I'm on Garrett Cole today. So I didn't want to pay it for Strasburg. Garrett Cole's a guy I'm looking at. Garrett Cole is a good pitcher that has not done well. He didn't have a great first game. He actually was pitching really well until I believe it was the 4th or 5th inning. Then it kind of unraveled. So not on the Atlanta Bats at all. They're not a good hitting team. They're just not. I mean, you look at these WOBAs up and down. They have 2 players that are above, or 4 players that are above average. And I wouldn't even, that's not even great to me. Right? Dansby Swanson averages 320. He's at 321. Not great. Andrew Inciarte, 329. That's not great. Look at these ISO, though. 108, 107. These are terrible. Freddie Freeman is the one guy that worries me on Atlanta. Other than that, I can roster. Does WOBA change each game based on who is pitching? If you're talking about batters, no. This is the batter's 3-year running average based on the hand, and this is the batter's 3-year running average based on home away. The only thing that will change is if you have access to these sheets. You'll see here I have a matchup WOBA that I have calculated. It is a projection, and this is sorted top to bottom right now. So these are your WOBAs. These are your top projections. So JD Martinez, he's not playing, has the highest matchup WOBA today of 370. And you see here the ratings, 400, right? Hanley Ramirez, great matchup WOBA today against Daniel Norris. Bryce Harper, 356. Great. So that's what you get right there. So that's the one thing. That'll change based on who's pitching. But the others will not. So I mentioned Gregory Polanco, right? You don't like Cole. I like Cole. I'm rostering Cole quite a few spots today. I'm all over Garrett Cole today. I think he's going to have a good game. If Chad Kuhl can go out and get me 30 points versus Atlanta, Garrett Cole can do the same thing, if not more. Gregory Polanco and Andrew McCutchen, the 2 guys I'm on from Pittsburgh today. I'm all over Polanco. He's hitting that 4th spot against Tehran. Good pitcher, but he doesn't pitch well to lefties. Look at this, a WOBA of 337. He doesn't strike out lefties. And he gives up almost 1.4 home runs per 9. He gives up twice as many home runs to lefties as he does righties. So I'm all on Gregory Polanco. He's going to be in quite a few of my lineups. He's still cheap. All over that. Andrew McCutchen is the other guy I'm stacking in that game. Nobody on Atlanta. Like I said, you can look at Freddie Freeman. Other than that, not touching it. All right, Chicago, Milwaukee. Definitely like a Chicago stack here. Zach Davies, not a great pitcher. Still young, still figuring things out. Kyle Schwarber destroys right-handed batting. 400 WOBA. 272 ISO. 41% fly ball. 41% hard contact. Everything point. 1 home run for every 13 at-bats. Everything is a Kyle Schwarber, right? And he's leading off. He gets the most at-bats. Give me Kyle Schwarber today. I love Chris Bryant again. Chris Bryant had a really nice game yesterday. Streaks are real in baseball. I like Chris Bryant. Probably one of my favorite stacks of the day, by the way. So, St. Louis, we'll get there. Chicago, Oakland, Texas. Those are my 4 stacks today. You're going to see those. So, Kyle Schwarber, Chris Bryant, Anthony Rizzo. All over that today. Even Miguel Montero is in play against Zach Davies. He's batting 7th. So, that's, again, not a cleanup guy. You can definitely look there. On this Milwaukee side, I'm not really looking at anyone here. Travis Shaw is a guy that considers a one-off, and Eric Thames. Other than that, I'm really not on these guys. I can't stress it enough. When you're making a player pool for baseball, you got to eliminate games. You have realistically at least 10 games a day, most of the time. That's 20 teams to look over and build a player pool of. It's just hard to do. You got to eliminate teams, eliminate games. So you're going to hear me say it a lot. I'm not on these guys. And it's not so much that they can't have good games. I guarantee you, someone from one of the games that I'm eliminating is going to have a good game. It's just baseball. It is. It's a volatile sport. But I like matchups better. If you know me, you know I play matchups and I play numbers. Numbers are matchups to me. I will not roster a guy if he does not have good numbers. It's just not what I'm going to do. I believe that numbers don't lie most of the time. So, can't stress it enough. And you have to have stacks in baseball. You have to. 80% of lineups that won last year had a stack in it. A stack is considered at least 3 guys. You'll hear me say mini stack, and that is 2 guys. But when I say stack, I need at least 3 guys. So, Minnesota, Chicago. All right, there's a couple guys. So this is a one-off game for me. There's no stacks in here for me, but this is a one-off. The one guy I'm on from Minnesota is Brian Dozier. Good history versus Jose Quintana. He absolutely does really, really well versus left-handed batting. 242 ISO. Home run under every 20 at-bats. Why do I like Polanco again? Polanco is seeing the ball extremely well right now. He found his swing. He just had, I believe, 2 doubles and a single yesterday. And Tehran gives it up to lefties. He doesn't pitch versus lefties very well. Gives up twice as many home runs to lefties as he does righties. So, and Polanco's batting 4th. So Brian Dozier hitting leadoff. I love that. Gonna get at bats. And against the left-handed pitcher. Quintana's a good pitcher. I'm not saying he's not. Doesn't give up a lot of home runs. Actually has a really low WOBA versus lefties. 291. But I like Dozier. That's why I said it's a one-off. I'm not stacking this game. On the Chicago side, Melky Cabrera. Same exact scenario, man. Melky's not going to hit a home run. Or he could. He's not a home run hitter. But he has amazing history versus Irvin Santana. Amazing. I believe he bats like 336 in like 70 plate appearances. That's a great average. That's a large sample size. You need a chalky pitcher. Shit, I don't know. What pitcher do you have right now? Like, where are you at? How much money do you have to spend on a pitcher? Because chalky is going to be Steven Strasburg or Jake Arrieta. So, Melky Cabrera, definitely. I like him. I like his WOBA. Almost 340. That's considered above average. An ISO of 146. And batting leadoff. Has guys behind him. So, Irvin Santana is not a great pitcher. Doesn't pitch lefties well either. As you see that. You see these reverse splits there. So, I'm all over Melky today. All right, Nate Carnes, not a good pitcher. Not a good pitcher. The stats didn't upload correctly, but he's not a great pitcher. So, Lance McCullers is very volatile. I'm going to tell you now. He's either going to get you 10 strikeouts or he's going to give up 10 home runs. It's what Lance does. Well, not home runs, but runs. He either walks a ton of people or he strikes out a ton of people. If you look here, let's look at his pitcher stats. He has a terrible walk per 9. Where's it at? Pitcher stats. Lance McCullers, 3.8 walks per 9. That is not good at all. At all. So, which Norris, Tone? Daniel Norris on the Tigers? Absolutely not. If you're talking about Derek Norris, not really. So I guess either Norris, I'm not really rocking. All right, so Kansas City, Houston. I love Houston bats today. Houston has been struggling. Danny Duffy just went out and pitched really well. Jason Vargas the day before. Left-handers, so that's 2 left-handers in a row. Kansas City's going to throw out a third. Why not, right? Historically, these bats on Houston do well versus lefties. George Springer, 251 ISO, 390 WOBA versus left-handed bats. Love it. Too expensive for me to get to today, but I love it. I'm all over Carlos Correa. Carlos Correa, Brian McCann, and Evan Gattis. I like that stack right there. I'm going 4, 5, 6. I'll get to a cheap pitcher for you, Tone. I'm telling you. I'm gonna put you guys on someone, and he's gonna be a GPP play. I'm telling you, he can get blown up, but he's cheap and he has really nice stuff. So Carlos Correa, Brian McCann, Evan Gattis. Good WOBA numbers, good ISO numbers versus left-handed bats. 210, 188, 226. Obviously, with Gattis and McCann, you only get to roster one. Depends on pricing. Gattis is 2.9 on FanDuel. McCann is 2.6. Where I couldn't afford Gattis, I went to McCann. Where I could, I went to Gattis. But then Correa is a lock almost everywhere in my lineup. So I'm doing it again. I'm going back to a Houston stack. In the Kansas City game, I'm just fading everyone. Again, that's another team I'm eliminating today. It's not CC. I'm not on CC at all today. All right, Cincinnati, St. Louis. Scott Feldman, not a good pitcher. Gives it up to right-handed batters. He's a reverse split kind of guy when it comes to home runs. In terms of average, he does pitch better versus righties, but home runs gives it up twice as many home runs to right-handed bats. Ademis Diaz, good play again. The dude is hot. He has a 393 WOBA versus right-handed bats, an ISO of 237. This kid can hit. I promise you. He might be chalky, but he's good chalk today. I like him. Again, this is another game I think you can stack. So, Diaz, Carpenter, Molina. That's my stack in this game. I like the 2-3. Carpenter historically hits righties well. He's going to get back on track. He has an ISO of 200. Who was my Houston stack? Carlos Correa, Brian McCann, or Evan Gattis. You can't play both. On DraftKings, you can. On FanDuel, you can't play Gattis and McCann. So you got to pick one of the two. Where I can afford Gattis, I play him. Where I can't, I go McCann. All right, so Diaz, Carpenter, Molina. I like that. On the Cincinnati side, once again, complete fade of that game. Complete fade of that game. Or that team. Not doing it. Not against Martinez. This dude has legit stuff. He locates the ball really well. He gets strikeouts, and he throws really hard. So, no thank you. I don't see this game being close. I think Martinez shuts Cincinnati down. They don't have a good offense, minus Joey Votto and Adam Duvall, but I'm not playing Duvall against him. So, again, no thank you there. That is all that's on the main slate. Everything else from here on out is all day only. So, just remember that when I'm talking about this. None of these games are on the main if you're playing the main only. However, this is my absolute favorite game of the day. I have stacks on both sides. You can make a game stack out of this. So, Oakland versus Martin Perez. He's a historically ground ball pitcher, but he has been blown up. Ryan Healy, Chris Davis, Jed Lowry. That's my stack right there. I like it. Jed Lowry's not a home run guy. Don't expect that from him. But he's going to bat behind Healy and Davis, and Lowry's been hot this year. He just went 3 for 4 last night. Had a couple 15-plus point games this year already. For a sub $3,000 guy, I like that. So, Healy, Davis, Lowry. Watch them. They're going to have a nice game today, I think. It's a high over-under. These teams, Vegas has them really right at the same spot. The implied run's a little bit to Texas, but when you look at odds, 105 and 105, they're right there. On the Texas side, Elvis Andrus, he's not going to hit home runs. Again, that's not his thing. But he has amazing career numbers versus Manaea. Now, I do warn you, for those of you that are skeptical about BVP, be skeptical about this sample size. It's only 11 plate appearances. He has 6 hits and 11 plate appearances with 2 walks. That's great. 8 out of 11 times he gets on base. I'm all over that. Nomar Mazar is a hard fade for me. He does not hit lefties well. He doesn't. So, not on Nomar Mazar. I love Mike Napoli at first base. And here's my punt, Robinson Chirinos. Jonathan Lucroy's out today. So, look at Chirinos. His ISO of 230, a WOBA of 348, home run every 17 at bats versus left-handed pitching. Again, 7th place guy. He's 2K as a catcher. He's the minimum salary. He fits in perfectly. And this is a cheap Texas stack. Napoli's 2.9, Andrus is 2.9, Chirinos is 2K. That is a cheap stack that can put up runs. If you want another one, Ryan Rua. Another guy you can look at. You can put 4 guys from Texas here. So, I like that. And then, like I said, on the Oakland side, Healy, Davis, Lowry. You can legitimately get 7 guys from this game in your lineup. And I have no problem with it at all. All over this game. All over it. We do have confirmed lineups for the Rockies now. Let me put that in. We got a ton of lineups that just came out. Let's see. We now have the Angels, Mariners, Padres, and Rockies. So the Rockies are throwing out Charlie Blackmon, Gerardo Parra, Carlos Gonzalez, Nolan Arenado, Trevor Story, Mark Reynolds, Alexi Amarista. Oops, spelled his name wrong. And Tony Walters. Bam. Dodgers lineup is confirmed. All right, so I was telling you guys about that cheap pitcher I like today, right? I'm going right back to Tyler Anderson. If you've been watching me since baseball started, I was all over Tyler Anderson the other day when he played in Milwaukee. He gave up a couple runs. He still got a quality start, and he got a win. Did well. I really, really like this kid's stuff, man. And what did I say the other day about Kyle Freeland? Left-handed pitcher in Coors against the Dodgers. We've been through this. Dodgers cannot hit lefties. And with the game in Coors, this is not going to be a high-owned pitcher. Now, here's another reason I'm all on Tyler Anderson today. There is wind blowing in 30 miles per hour from left field. As a left-handed pitcher, pitching to right-handed at bats, which the Dodgers are stacking today, they're going to pull the ball. And when they pull the ball, it's going to go to left field. That wind is going to knock the ball down. I do not see the Dodgers scoring a lot of runs today. Tyler Anderson is in 60% of my lineups. I'm telling you guys now, you don't have to roster. He's a punt play. He has the ability to get blown up. He does. Historically, he struggles against right-handed bats. That's all the Dodgers throw out. But the Dodgers cannot hit lefties. I'm going to take the pitcher in this matchup, and I love the fact that it's in Coors because it's not going to be high-owned. Kyle Freeland absolutely separated me the other day. I won an all-day GPP. I'm sorry, I came in second in an all-day GPP because of Kyle Freeland. 43 points from that kid. Going right back to Tyler Anderson, man. This Rockies pitching staff might be the best rotation they've ever had. I'm not joking. Their bullpen, their starters, this might be the best pitching staff the Rockies have ever had. John Gray went out and had a nice game yesterday. Right-handed pitcher in Coors, shut down the Rockies. Rockies are going to make some noise this year, guys. I'm telling you, they want to sweep the Dodgers, right? They're trying to show people they're legit. Dodgers don't hit lefties. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. It's a GPP play. Tyler Anderson. Don't be surprised if you see him up there in the points today. With that said, not on any LA bats at all. I'm actually not even on any bats from this game. I don't like the wind blowing in. Arenado's a right-handed hitter. He's going to pull it to left field. Not saying he can't hit it out. I'm not on it. Charlie Blackmon is in play. So is Gerardo Parra. I like them hitting 1-2. All right, answer some questions real quick. Daniel Murphy, lock. I like it. Harper or Betts? Oh, man, that's hard. I go Harper. Wade Miley. Yeah, don't play him. Don't do it. Hope that answers your question. Wade Miley is a dumpster fire. Don't do it. He's terrible. I'm not on Trevor Story. Again, right-handed bats I'm just not on in this game. I don't like that wind. Really don't like it. Seattle, LA. Again, these lineups are now confirmed. Let me throw these in. All right. Gene Segura, Mitch Haniger, Robinson Cano, Nelson Cruz, Kyle Seager, Valencia. Leonis Martin is going to go there. Carlos Ruiz is going to get the start. And I believe it's Tony Motter. I'll find that name. And for the Angels, we have Escobar, Calhoun, Trout, Pujols, Andrelton Simmons. We have C.J. Cron. We have Ben Revere is going to make an appearance today. Danny Espinoza and Chris Perez at catcher. I believe it's Chris. Victor Martinez or Molina. I like Molina in this matchup. What do I think of Edison Volquez? No, thank you. Not doing it. Not against the Mets. Yankees active career 245 average under 200 WOBA. You can play Wade. Sure, maybe a punt play. I'm not playing Wade Miley. I'm not doing it. Top catcher and second base plays. I like Molina as a catcher, man. I love Robinson Chirinos as a punt. In second base, your top play is going to be Brian Dozier and Daniel Murphy. Let me find these two names real quick.
Fire department's here.
Are they? I love those boots. Taylor Motter, that's his name. Taylor Motter. Carlos Perez, not Chris. All right. So, from this game, Trout and Pujols have terrible numbers versus Iwakuma. Let's look at the numbers here. So, Pujols in 54 plate appearances has 8 hits. Trout in 55 has 9. I am not going to play either of these two guys today. Iwakuma apparently owns them, shuts them down. I'm going to stay far away from that. I said I like a Cub stack. How about Zobrist? Zobrist is in play, yeah. Shortstop, Diaz or Correa. Both are in play, man. You pick. I literally have both. So I have 50% of both. You pick which one. Brian Mechanic, catcher. I do like Brian as well. I like Evan Gattis if I can get there. So, Seattle. Gene Segura is the only guy that worries me, man. Really, really. The other one is Nelson Cruz. Nelson Cruz eats up right-handed pitching. Other than that, Seattle's struggling right now, man. They really don't have a lot. You can go back to Haniger as a cheap punt. But Segura, Cruz, and Haniger, only guys I would even consider rostering today from Seattle, which makes Matt Shoemaker a cheap option. He's going to be a GPP play. He's a punt play. He has the ability to get blown up. But he did finish last year really strong. So he had a nice second half. He also can get blown up, though. Like I said, from the Angels side, I'm not rostering anyone. It's a team fade for me. Cleveland, Arizona. Don't have confirmed lineups on either of these. I said no Story. Yeah, I don't like Story. On the late slate, since you don't like Story, who do you like at shortstop? I'd have to see who's on the late slate. I don't know who's on the late slate. I haven't looked at it yet. All right, from Cleveland against Patrick Corbin. This is a stackable game for me. Michael Brantley can hit left-handed pitching. I'm okay with him. I love Encarnacion today. 48.79% fly ball rate. Gets the ball in the air versus left-handed pitching. Always a threat for a home run. A 244 ISO. Yeah, Give me Edwin Encarnacion today. I'm all over that. Carlos Santana, you can play him. He historically doesn't do as well versus lefties as he does versus righties. Houston stack, Correa, Gaddis, and that's all I'm doing, man. It's Gaddis or McCann for me. I'm not playing. You can't play both. What about Carlos Gonzalez? Yeah, he's in play. Too pricey for me. I don't like the again. I don't like that game with the wind. Manny Machado against CC. Own CC. Absolutely all over that. So from Cleveland again, this is more a two-man stack for me. If I'm going anywhere, I have some Edwin Encarnacion. He's a one-off at that spot. The only other one I really look at is Michael Brantley or Carlos Santana. I'm not playing all three. I'm not necessarily stacking against Patrick Corbin. Not stacking. Why is Jose Ramirez third? He should be right-handed. I'll fix that. On the Arizona side, I mean, they've been hot, man. So if you want to look there, Corey Kluber has shown potential to get blown up. It is a hitter's park. Do I like Sano today? No, I do not. Yankees, Holiday, Carter, Castro. Yeah, I like that. Sano, I don't like him. Yeah, Bryant or Machado. Again, man, 50-50. I got both. And I'm not kidding when I say I literally have 50-50 ownership of them. So pick which one. On the Angels or on the Diamondback side again, David Peralta against Kluber. I can see Paul Goldschmidt doesn't matter right or left-handed. He just kills everyone. Jake Lamb's in play. No to Yasmani Thomas. Brandon Drury in the 7-hole could be sneaky, and then AJ Pollock is still in play. So I can definitely see an Arizona stack. It's definitely won people some money. What's up, Corey? Hey, Corey, I was just telling him about Tyler Anderson, man. Tyler Anderson's gonna have a hell of a game today. Giants and Padres, man. Johnny Cueto, Madison Bumgarner actually had a really good game yesterday when it was all said and done. 2 earned runs. So I can get behind some Johnny. I'm all over Johnny Cueto today, actually. I'm not even going to say I can get behind him. So give me Johnny Cueto instead of Steven Strasburg today. Padres strike out a ton, 25% of the time. Give me some Johnny Cueto. He doesn't give up home runs. Yeah. I'm on Johnny Cueto. Clayton Richard, no thank you. I think the Giants win this game. Their bats got to come back alive, man. So I like the Giants in this matchup with Johnny Cueto. Not stacking either team, so I'm not stacking the Giants, but I do like some of their bats. Nothing really too crazy about this game for me. And then Miami and New York. So again, I'm gonna put you guys on this, and so 2 reasons this is gonna be really low owned. 1, it's Noah Syndergaard, and 2, it's the last game of the night. Giancarlo Stanton is going to be extremely low owned again. And when I say Giancarlo Stanton is seeing the ball, he is seeing the ball. Giancarlo Stanton does not hit singles. He's not a singles hitter. Yesterday he had 3 singles, all hard hit. Cueto is more than Strasburg. I thought Strasburg was like 9,600. Hold on. If he is, it doesn't matter. I'm still going Cueto over Strasburg. But still interesting. No, Strasburg is 9,600. Cueto is 88, at least on FanDuel. If he's more on DraftKings, I'm sorry. But so, Giancarlo Stanton against Noah Syndergaard. If he connects on a Syndergaard heater, my God, that ball is going to fly. Telling you, man. He is so due for a home run. It is coming. That Stanton home run is coming. I promise you. JT Realmuto, another guy. He hits righties so much better than lefties. I hope he's in that 2 spot again. He destroyed it yesterday. He got 10 times value yesterday. Don't expect that again today. But if he gets on base, Yelich is hitting well. Stanton's hitting well. I'm telling you, man, Syndergaard has potential to get blown up tonight. I'm not going to say he will. Syndergaard is a hell of a pitcher. But I'm not on Syndergaard because I like these Marlin bats tonight. Yeah, I'm telling you, man. Again, I'm not saying that he's going to do it. I'm not saying that it's not a good matchup. Syndergaard is a good pitcher, but Stanton is so hot right now. And again, this only comes from watching the game. When you look at the box score and see that Stanton had 3 singles, you're like, that's nothing, right? Why would I roster that? It's how hard they're being hit, and you also have to remember the fact that Stanton doesn't hit singles. So, and yeah, it is a pitcher's park, but Stanton is not a normal hitter. He has 61 balls batted at over 115 miles an hour in the past 2 years. Nobody else has more than 15. If there's a pitcher that can get a ball out of New York, it's Stanton. I promise you. So I will have Stanton in quite a few lineups. It's a gut feeling. I'm high on him today. From the Mets side, I really like this 4 through 6 spot, even 7. Granderson, Walker, Bruce, and Duda. All left-handed bats going up against Edison Volquez, who I don't think is a good pitcher. I like that. Jose Reyes actually has really good history versus Volquez, so you can look there. But I like Granderson. I like Granderson and Duda the most. Look at Duda's ISO, 246 and a 368 WOBA. So definitely can look there. We got about, 10 minutes till lock now? 110, yep. So just to recap for you guys, my pitchers. The guys I'm paying up for are Cueto and Cole, 8,800 and 8,300. The one pitcher I'm paying down for, and I love, is Tyler Anderson. I'm not telling you to play him because it isn't Coors. He's going to be super low owned. If he does well, he's going to separate you from the field. He's a GPP play. That's all I'm saying. You don't have to play him. He's my guy today. I'm all over Tyler Anderson. Plus, with that win factor, if he goes off and you play him, you heard it here. I promise you. Not a let up. I can almost guarantee nobody else is on him. So, kid has really good stuff. My stacks. Again, let's go Oakland. Ryan Healy, Chris Davis, and Jed Lowry. Texas. Elvis Andrus is a cheap one. Elvis Andrus, Mike Napoli, and Robinson Chirinos is a very cheap catcher. 2K with great power numbers. ISO and WOBA. Even throw in Ryan Rua if you want to go there. All those guys are under 3K. In St. Louis, I like Matt Carpenter, Aldemus Diaz, and Yadier Molina. And then in Houston, against Nate Carnes, I pick either Gaddis or McCann. And I pair him with Carlos Correa. It's a little 2-man stack. So I'm all over that. And then lastly, I'm not doing this, but you can make an Arizona stack, and I don't hate it at all. Oh, sorry. Lastly, Cubs. Chris Bryant, Anthony Rizzo, Kyle Schwarber. 1, 2, 3. Give me those 3 right there. Any other last-minute lineup questions? Got a couple minutes. I'm going to edit these. Hi, Kai. I'm going to edit these lineups, fill in these because I have them. But you guys let me know if you got any questions, and I'll answer away. We got the Padres in. As always, if you guys enjoyed the video, please give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel if you have not already. And if you are looking to get these sheets, again, these are just the breakdowns of the lineups. There is so much more. I have all the BBP history. I have batter matchups with the WOBA that I've calculated. This is a huge. You ask Theo, who's very active on this channel. This is all he uses. He literally goes to the sheets and builds lineups off of it. BBP matchups. I have every stat based on scenario right there that you need. I have pitcher stats. These will tell you every pitcher's stat and where they rank, and then it'll tell you the pitcher in the worst matchup. I have the pitcher splits. So this is based on home, away, left, right, and month, and then day, night. I have the projections, right, which are definitely getting better. FanDuel, DraftKings, all that stuff. And then, lastly, I have these ratios right here. These are huge. You can look these up, obviously, but it's all in one place for you guys. I make it super easy. Strikeout percentage. These are the teams that strike out the most. This is what you want to look for when picking a pitcher, man. The highest is 25. That's Milwaukee and San Diego. League average is 21. Love targeting those two teams when picking pitchers. And then here, these teams are ranked by ballparks best for hitting. So you have Colorado at the top, Cleveland, Arizona, Boston. Those are the top 4 ballparks with the best air to hit at. The ball travels the best in those parks. All right, let's fill in this Padres lineup. Margot, he's been hot, man. He has been hot. Jankowski, Myers, Solarte, Shimp, Renfro, Hedges, Ibar. All right, I was right on that one. Rockies. Let's go back to the Rockies. We already have that one in. Diamondbacks. Bam, confirmed. Patrick Corbin's not a good pitcher, guys. You can definitely target him. Pollock, Peralta, Goldschmidt, Lamb. Chris Owings is going to bat 5th. Daniel Descalso. Brandon Drury. And then Chris Herman. He's batting 8th.
You almost done?
Yeah. All right. All right. Well, do I like Estrada? Carlos Martinez will have at least 8 strikeouts. I agree with that. Do I like Marco Estrada today? I do. I think Marco Estrada is a really good pitcher, so I can look there. Yeah, for GPP. So, all right, guys. Well, if you have no other questions, I will talk to you later. We got about 15 minutes till lock. Sorry, 10 minutes till lock. So, best of luck today, and bring home some money, man.